Okay, so get ready, because today we're diving deep into something pretty incredible, the Ark of the Covenant. But we're not just rehashing old stories here.
No, no, not at all. What makes this deep dive so fascinating is we've got 3 hypnosis sessions to unpack that explore the arc in ways you wouldn't believe.
Hypnosis sessions, that's a new one. What kind of stuff are we talking about here?
Well, these sessions suggest that the ark might be far more than a biblical relic. We could be dealing with advanced technology, an energy structure.
So not just some ancient box.
Maybe not. These sessions explore the possibility that it could influence humanity on a very deep level, maybe even shaping civilizations, influencing beliefs, even our DNA.
Wow, okay, now that's a deep dive. Where do we even begin?
Let's start with our first hypnotic journey. In this session, the subject becomes a conduit for, wait for it, Moses.
No way! You're kidding me. We're going straight to the source. Okay, I'm officially hooked. Tell me everything.
So the session begins with Moses describing the ark's purpose. He calls it a tool for development, for preserving knowledge, a point of connection for human progress.
Interesting. So not just a container for the Ten Commandments, but something much more active.
Exactly. And get this, he describes it as being constructed from the knowledge of life itself.
Okay, hold on. Knowledge of life. What does that even mean?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The session suggests the ark exists on multiple planes, not just a physical object, but an energetic structure, too.
Okay, my mind is already blown. So how was this powerful, multi-dimensional arc used?
Well, according to Moses, all of humanity uses the ark, whether we're conscious of it or not. He describes it as a source of memory, an essence woven into our very cells.
Wait, so we're all connected to this thing? Like, right now? That's a wild thought.
It is, but there's a darker side to this connection, too. Moses describes feeling imprinted by the ark, almost trapped by it.
Trapped? That doesn't sound so good. Like a burden more than a gift.
Right, like a powerful merging of consciousness, maybe with consequences. It's a reminder that even something seemingly positive can have a dark side, too.
Okay, so we've got this powerful arc connected to everyone, maybe capable of influencing us in ways we don't understand. But didn't the Bible say only the Levites could handle it? They were like the guardians, right?
That's the traditional narrative, yes. But this session suggests that the Levite-only rule might have been a fabrication to control the narrative, to restrict access to the ark's power.
A power play. Someone wanted to keep the ark's secrets to themselves.
It's definitely a possibility. But there's one more detail from this session. Remember how Moses described feeling trapped? He uses this phrase, between two rocks, which is kind of fascinatingly ambiguous.
Yeah, that was creepy. It's like he became part of the ark itself, but not by choice.
Exactly. Well, the session ends with the subject describing Moses as a hologram created by humans. And guess what? They put him between two rocks.
A hologram. So maybe Moses wasn't even real, just some kind of projection? But then who created him? And why?
These are just some of the questions we'll be exploring as we go through the other hypnotic sessions. And trust me, they only get wilder from here.
Okay, after that, I'm definitely ready for the next session. Okay, that first session definitely left me with a lot to think about. A holographic Moses, the knowledge of life, everyone on Earth connected to this thing. It's intense.
It is. And get ready, because this next session throws a curveball into everything we think we know about Moses and the Ark.
Oh, really? Lay it on me.
So this time, the subject describes Moses not as a benevolent leader, but as this towering 8-foot-tall being. Red hair, horns, piercing eyes, the whole 9 yards.
Whoa, okay. That's a very different picture than what we're used to.
Right.
This sounds more like a mythical creature than a prophet.
Right, and the ark itself is described as this wave installation, like Chernobyl, but instead of radiation, it's some kind of powerful energy.
Okay, so no golden chest this time, just raw energy. This is getting pretty sci-fi.
It is. And according to this session, that energy was used for genetic manipulation, specifically targeting the 13th chromosome.
The 13th chromosome. Is there something special about that one?
The session calls it the gene for religiosity. Basically, it suggests the ark was used to create a religious channel in our brains, making us more susceptible to blind faith and obedience.
Hold on. You're saying that our ability to believe in religion could have been implanted by this ark. That's a huge implication.
It is. It makes
Yeah.
you question everything about free will and the origins of our beliefs. How much of our spiritual experience is really our own?
It's mind-blowing. So who's behind this manipulation? Are we talking gods, aliens, what?
This session points to a hybrid race, a mix of human and non-human DNA. They're trying to exploit human suffering, almost like they harvest the energy from our negative emotions.
Wow. Okay, so like cosmic vampires. That's a little terrifying.
It's definitely disturbing. They're portrayed as these opportunists, manipulating humanity throughout history to get what they want.
It all sounds very conspiracy theory-ish.
Yeah,
But if it's true, what's the Ark's role? Is it their weapon, their control panel?
you could say that. This session basically describes it as their tool, the thing they use to control us.
Okay, so much to think about. We've gone from the Ark as a source of knowledge and connection to a weapon used for manipulation. And somewhere in between is a holographic Moses with horns. I need a minute to process this.
I hear you. It's a lot to take in, but we're not done yet. The third session takes an even broader perspective, zooming out to see the Ark's influence on civilizations throughout history.
Okay, I am ready for whatever this last session has in store. Bring it on. Wow, those first two sessions were a wild ride. Holographic Moses, genetic manipulation, energy installations. My head is spinning.
It's a lot to process, for sure. But even with those drastically different perspectives, some interesting patterns emerge when you look at all three sessions together.
Okay, I'm all ears. What kind of patterns?
Well, one of the most striking similarities is how each session emphasizes energy. Whether it's described as a wave installation or a multidimensional computer, or even built from the knowledge of life itself.
Yeah, you're right. The Ark is consistently portrayed as something that goes way beyond just a physical object.
Exactly. It's this powerful, energetic force. And according to these sessions, it can directly interact with human consciousness.
Okay, so not just an energy source, but something that can influence our thoughts, beliefs, maybe even our DNA.
Right. And that's where things get really interesting because each session offers a completely different take on how this energy is used and, more importantly, who's controlling it.
So in the first session, Moses kind of paints the Ark as a tool for knowledge, a force for good, right?
Yes. But even then, there were hints of something darker. Remember how Moses talked about feeling imprinted on by the Ark? Almost trapped by it?
Yeah, it's like this powerful connection, but not necessarily a good one.
Exactly. Then in the second session, we get that much more sinister interpretation of the Ark as a weapon used by those hybrid beings to manipulate us.
And they're literally feeding off our suffering, which is just terrifying.
Right. And the way they're using the Ark in that session is specifically to manipulate our capacity for religious belief, basically turning faith into a tool of control.
And then the third session just throws us into this whole other cosmic level, with the Ark as a reality-bending computer used by extraterrestrials to reset civilizations.
I know, it's a lot.
But I think what's important to remember is that all these sessions, as wild as they are, might actually be pointing us towards something much bigger.
Like what?
I think they're urging us to wake up, to see that there are these forces at play, both light and dark, that are shaping our reality, and that we have a choice in how we respond to them. Remember that warning about the Ark's reactivation in 2024?
Yeah, it was like something big is coming.
Exactly. And maybe it's not a prediction, but a challenge, like a wake-up call for humanity to become aware of these forces and make conscious choices about our future.
So we need to be more aware, seek knowledge, not just blindly follow whatever we're told.
Exactly. It's about remembering who we truly are, connecting to our inner wisdom. Wow. This deep dive has been a wild ride, but it's definitely left me feeling, I don't know, more awake, like there's this whole other level of reality we're just starting to glimpse.
And that's the beauty of exploring the unknown, isn't it? It challenges us to expand our awareness and to see that we're not just passive bystanders, but active participants in this incredible cosmic dance.
And on that note, we want to leave you with this.
Hmm.
If the Ark is a reflection of humanity's potential, what will its reactivation reveal? What choices will we make? The answer, my friends, lies within each and every one of us. Keep seeking truth, and we'll see you on our next deep dive.